स्टार्ट చేయనా
Start చేసి. Good morning, one and all. I welcome all the MPCS final year students to the online classes. The summary of last lecture that we have discussed about. The second, we are discussing about the third part of Unit 4, that is bonding in crystals. In the previous lecture, I have explained. In the previous lecture, I have explained how many types of bonds in the crystal. That is covalent bond, ionic bond, molecular bond, metallic bond. I have explained 4 types of bonding in crystals. So new class, new topic, a very important topic in this third part, that is lattice energy. Lattice energy. How the lattice energy is calculated in case of a solid. See, before that we have to know what is lattice energy. How do we define lattice energy? Just remember, whenever we consider a crystal, crystal is having lattice points. What are lattice points? These are the positions of the atoms. These are the points at which atoms are placed. These are lattice points. These are lattice points. If it is sodium chloride crystal, how sodium chloride crystal? Sodium chloride crystal is found because of sodium and chlorine. Clear? Right. So then what is lattice energy? This is a lattice, sodium chloride lattice structure. What is lattice energy? The energy required to break the ions from the lattice points of the crystal is known as lattice energy. The energy required to break the or to remove the ions from the lattice points in the crystal is known as lattice energy. To remove these ions from the crystal, we need to supply some energy. That is known as what? Lattice energy. There is another definition. Second definition for lattice energy. The energy required or energy released, opposite definition. Energy released when ions are placed at their relative positions in the crystal. To place these ions, while we are placing these ions at these points, some energy will be liberated, some energy will be released. That energy which is released when ions are placed at the lattice point is also called as what? Lattice energy. In the examination, they will ask like this: define lattice energy and derive expression for it. How do we define lattice energy? The energy required to remove the ions from the lattice points of the crystal is known as what? Lattice energy. Here I am going to derive an expression for lattice energy. Very important question, long question, compulsory question in the annual examination. In third part, this is the very important long question. You have to read this question, you have to understand this question, you have to practice this question. Right. To calculate expression for lattice energy, generally the variation of lattice energy represented in graph. This is the graph. Here I am drawing potential energy versus interatomic spacing. Interatomic spacing between the interatomic spacing in the lattice. Generally it is represented by small r. This is the graph. Here I am going to draw between the spacing between the atoms of the crystal and corresponding potential energy. And this graph comes out like this. So we have to practice, you have to draw this diagram. Without this diagram we cannot derive this expression. Clear? And this graph consisting of two important curves. One is those two curves I am representing by dotted lines. This is one curve. Let this is first curve. This is second curve. The resultant of these two dotted lines I am representing by a curve, that is third curve. Clear? This is the minimum point. This point represent potential energy is minimum. Let the distance at which potential energy becomes minimum, here I am representing by R0. This is about graph. Here I am drawing graph between potential energy versus interatomic spacing of the crystal. Just listen carefully. What is lattice energy? The energy required to remove the ions from the lattice of the crystal is known as lattice energy. That is represented by capital U. Right. Listen carefully. Imagine we are having two ions. Two ions means one is sodium plus, if I consider example of sodium chloride crystal. Sodium chloride crystal is formed due to the sodium plus ion and chlorine minus ion. See, when imagine in the beginning of the derivation, let us imagine these two unlike charges. These two ions are separated at infinite distance. Imagine like that. The two ions are separated by some infinite distance. And already we know, unlike charges, dissimilar charges always attract with each other. The force of attraction existing between these two ions is known as what? Coulombic force of attraction. Because of Coulombic force of attraction, these ions comes close to each other. And finally, they stopped at a certain minimum distance. Imagine like that. This is sodium plus positive ion. This is negative ion. Due to the attraction between the two ions, an energy will be produced that is known as what? Potential energy, and it is negative. Potential energy between the two ions due to the attraction between the ions always negative. Potential energy always negative when the force acting between the ions is attraction force. And that potential energy, that negative potential energy, in this graph I have represented by curve 1. Curve 1 represents, that is the potential energy due to attraction of these two dissimilar ions. See, due to this attraction, definitely they will come very close to each other and they stopped. Why they have stopped instead of coming close further? Because after reaching at this minimum distance, instead of attraction force, immediately this attraction force becomes a repulsion force. Why? Because when these two ions comes very close to each other, electron cloud of both ions will be repelled with each other. This ion is having, even though it is positive ion, but this positive ion is having a negative electron cloud. This negative ion is already itself having a negatively charged ion. So, due to repulsion between the electron cloud of these two ions, the two ions will be stopped. Instead of observing attraction force, at this distance we observe repulsion force. So where the potential energy due to these two ions at this distance becomes positive. Potential energy due to which type of force? This one, repulsion force. Potential energy due to the repulsion force. Due to the repulsion force between the ions, always positive. Due the potential energy which is arising due to the repulsion of the ions, always we have to represent by positive sign, and that I have represented in the graph by second curve. What is second curve? Second curve represent, this is the potential energy due to repulsion force. This is positive. This is curve 1 represent potential energy due to attraction between the ions, and it is always negative. This is positive. So the resultant of these two curves, the resultant potential energy of these two forces, here I am representing by this curve. Curve 3, this is curve 3. Curve 3 is the resultant potential energy due to curve 1 and curve 2. Is that clear? Right. So Max Born is a very famous scientist. Born came, he proposed, Born only calculated the repulsion force, repulsion potential energy. Potential energy due to repulsion force calculated by Born. Born proposed repulsion potential energy or potential energy due to repulsion force. It is always repulsion force. Potential energy due to repulsion force always positive. And that I am representing by Born only represented this as, this is the potential energy which is due to repulsion, or stat that is due to repulsion, which is equal to capital B by R to the power of N. This is the equation proposed by Max Born. We have to remember this expression directly. We are going to calculate the total lattice energy. Expression for lattice energy. Expression for lattice energy nothing but it is the sum of two potential energies. One is the potential energy due to repulsion force between the ions. Second one is potential energy due to attraction force between the ions. See, Born only calculated this value as B by R to the power of N, and B is known as what? Constant. B is the Born coefficient. B is known as what? Born coefficient. Or repulsion, you can say repulsion coefficient. Repulsion coefficient. It is a constant value, and small r is the distance between the ions at which instead of observing attraction force we observe repulsion force. This is the distance between the ions. And what about small n? Repulsion coefficient. Small n is repulsion coefficient or repulsion exponent. This is about Born's expression. I want to calculate the total lattice energy. Before that we have to calculate potential energy due to repulsion and potential energy due to attraction. Actually, attraction force is calculated by using Coulomb's inverse square law. See, potential energy due to Coulombic force of attraction. Coulombic force of attraction. Here I am representing by UC. U always represented potential energy only. but this is due to attraction force, Coulombic force of attraction. That is why here I am representing by C. UC is equal to, and we have to remember always attraction force, attraction potential energy always negative. So we have to consider negative sign. This negative sign represent this is energy due to attraction. A E square by 4 pi epsilon naught small r. Already I have derived expression for potential energy when two charges are separated by a certain distance as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. Potential energy due to two charges when they are separated by distance smaller, its value equal to how much? Remember that formula during that electromagnetism semester only I have explained, I have derived this expression, that is U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. Here I am using this expression. So after using that expression, finally we get this type of expression, that is A E square 4 pi epsilon naught R. We have to remember this expression directly. What is UC? This is also potential energy, but due to Coulombic force of attraction, and its value equal to minus A E square by 4 pi epsilon naught R. But I want to calculate the total lattice energy. It is a sum of potential energy due to repulsion forces, potential energy due to attraction forces between the two ions. Therefore, the total potential energy is equal to sum of the repulsion forces and attraction forces. Let this is equation number 3. Substitute equations 1 and 2. Substitute equations, simply here I am substituting equations 1 and 2 in equation 3. See, the total potential energy is equal to, what is repulsion force? Potential energy due to repulsion force, that is B by R to the power of N. I am writing positive term first, negative term second. So what about the potential energy due to Coulombic force of attraction, that is minus A square by, simply I am substituting this value here, minus A square by 4 pi epsilon naught into small r. Let this is equation number 5. Equation number 5. Okay, just listen carefully. I want to calculate B value individually. Right? To calculate B value individually, just to see the graph carefully. At small r naught distance, potential energy becomes how much? Minimum. As distance between the two ions reaches at r naught distance, the potential energy of the given ions becomes minimum. So by using this case, here I am going to calculate B individually. After calculation of B, substitute that B value in this equation 5. You can calculate the total potential energy of the given crystal. To calculate B value individually, I am considering this case. Clear? Right. To calculate this B value individually, I am differentiating. See, when U is minimum, when potential energy is minimum at this distance, its first derivative becomes 0. Generally, this condition we use in mathematics. When a given variable is minimum, its first derivative becomes minimum. When a given variable is a constant, its first derivative becomes minimum. Clear? If ut is a constant, its first derivative becomes minimum. That is at r naught distance. At r naught distance, if I differentiate this u with respect to distance at r is equal to r naught, if u is a minimum value, this total energy is a minimum value at r naught distance, its first derivative becomes minimum. Instead of writing this directly, this step directly, ut is minimum at R is equal to R naught. The total potential energy is minimum at R is equal to R naught. If it is minimum, its first derivative becomes 0. That is dou ut by dou R at R is equal to R naught. At R is equal to R naught equal to 0. Simply I am using condition in mathematics. When a given value is minimum, its first derivative becomes 0. Let this is equation number 6. Why I am considering this case means to calculate B value individually, I am using this case. Clear? Right. Ultimately our aim is to calculate ut value only. But B is a constant. We have to find out B value separately. To calculate B value separately, I am taking this, I am considering this case. Is that clear? Right. Next, my aim is to differentiate this equation 5 with respect to small r, and it is equated to 0. Clear? Just to see the equation 5 carefully. Differentiate equation 5 with respect to r so that you can calculate LHS value individually. That I am doing here. See, very important to derivation. One of the important question in this third part. See, what is the next step? Differentiate equation 5 with respect to small r. What is equation 5? That is total potential energy due to repulsion forces and attraction forces. I am differentiating this LHS individually. That is dou ut by dou t. Dou r is equal to I am differentiating the first term with respect to r. As B is a constant, we never differentiate constants. Keep aside, we have to differentiate 1 by Rn. What is the differentiation of 1 by Rn? Minus n by r to the power of n plus 1. I think everyone is familiar with this differentiation. Minus n into, already we are having b, minus n into b whole to the power of n plus 1. Clear? Right. I have differentiated 1 by Rn with respect to r, so that the equation becomes minus n by r to the power of n plus 1. Coming to the second term, a is a constant. This is known as modeling constant that we will calculate in our next class. A is a constant. Small e, that is charge of electron, it is also a constant. 4 pi epsilon naught, all are constants. R is a variable, and we are differentiating with respect to this distance only, r only. So then what is the differentiation of 1 by r? That is minus 1 by r square. Differentiation of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. Already here we are having minus. So this minus into minus becomes plus. After differentiation of this 1 by r, our expression becomes like this. That is a square by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. Clear? Simply I have differentiated equation 5 with respect to small r, so that it becomes an equation. This is equation number 7. Just to write equation 7 at r is equal to r naught. Simply I am substituting equation 7 at r is equal to r naught. When R is replaced by R naught. This LHS becomes how much? 0. That is dou ut by dou R at R is equal to R naught. Simply I am writing this whole equation at R is equal to R naught is equal to minus n into b whole to the power R. Instead of R here I am substituting as R naught. R naught to the power of n plus 1 plus a e square by, simply I am replacing this R by R naught. A e square by 4 pi epsilon naught R naught square. R naught square. This is the first term, this is the second term. Simply this is the second term. Instead of R, I have written as R naught square. See, let this is equation number 8. Just compare equation 6 and 8. You can write like this. Substitute equation 6 in equation 8. What is equation 6? This one. That is dou ut by dou R at R is equal to R naught equal to how much? 0. You can replace this LHS by 0. Simply I am writing here 0, which equal to, coming to the first term as it is, that is minus n into b whole divided by R naught to the power of n plus 1. Coming to the second term is also as it is, that is plus ae square by 4 pi epsilon naught R naught square. Why I am doing this differentiation? Why I am doing this differentiation? To calculate b value individually, separately, I am considering this special case. Right? My aim is to calculate b value and it is having negative sign. Just to make it as positive sign. Just to transpose this first term from RHS to LHS, it becomes plus. If I move this term from RHS to LHS, this term becomes as n into b whole divided by R naught to the power of n plus 1, which equal to, this already became positive term. What is the term remain on RHS? That is second term. That is a e square by 4 pi epsilon naught R naught square. What is my aim? I want to calculate b value individually. Just to concentrate on derivation. B is equal to, therefore b is equal to. Finally, I am calculating b value separately. B is equal to, just to take this small n and R naught to the power of n plus 1 from LHS to RHS, these two terms will be reversed. So already here we are having ae square, I am writing as this, ae square by 4 pi epsilon naught R naught square into, these two terms will be reversed. That is R naught to the power of n plus 1 whole divided by n. Is that clear? Right. Just to take this R naught square from denominator to numerator, it becomes R naught to the power of minus 2. So our expression becomes, finally b value becomes like this, that is b is equal to ae square by 4 pi epsilon naught into small n into, just to take R naught square from denominator to numerator, it becomes R naught to the power of minus 2. Already here we are having R naught to the power of n plus 1. Finally it becomes R naught to the power of n plus 1 minus 2. When bases are equal, we add the powers. Clear? So final expression, that is b is equal to ae square by 4 pi epsilon naught into small n into R naught to the power of plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. Finally, we are having n minus 1. N minus 1. Just to take this r naught to the power of n minus 1, it becomes r naught to the power of, it will be reversed, r naught to the power of minus n plus 1. Just to concentrate on this derivation. See, after getting this equation 5, our aim is to calculate b value individually. Finally, I have calculated this b value as r naught square. And I am substituting this b value in equation 5. Instead of b, I have substituted. Already here we are having r to the power of n. One more term is in the denominator. We have to write r to the power of n. Instead of writing r to the power of n, we have to write as r naught to the power of n. Always we have to write r naught to the power of n. Right. So, just to maintain r naught to the power of n. I am not substituting b value here. I have calculated b value here as r naught to the power of n minus 1. Substitute b value. Let this is equation number 9. Substitute b value in our main expression. What is our main expression? This one. That is equation 5. Simply I am substituting equation number 9 in equation. What is the number for this equation? Equation 5. So the total lattice energy of the given crystal, that is UT, is equal. UT is equal to, instead of B we have to substitute as AE square. AE square by 4 pi epsilon naught into small n into r to the power of n minus 1. Already here we are having r to the power of n, but we have to replace by r naught to the power of n. Both are r naught only. If you are substituting equation 9 in equation 5, these two are also becomes r naught only. That is why I have written this as r naught only. Clear? What about the second term? This one I am writing here. Minus AE square whole divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, instead of r we have substituted r naught. Is that clear? Right. 1 r naught to the power of n, 1 r naught to the power of n gets cancelled. Finally we are having r naught to the power of minus 1. Just to take r naught to the power of minus 1 from numerator to denominator, it becomes r naught to the power of plus 1. Simultaneously, here I am taking this second term as common. So the final expression, that is the total lattice energy of the given crystal, I am taking this term as common. That is minus A E square by 4 pi epsilon naught into small r. This total term I have taken as common term. So instead of this term, you can substitute as 1. What about the first term? I have taken already A E square 4 pi epsilon naught. Here we are having already r, 4 pi epsilon naught r. So 1 by n will be remaining as a second term. So this is the final expression for lattice energy. Here I am giving number for this final expression as 10. 10th expression represent, that is the expression for lattice energy. Minus AE square by 4 pi epsilon naught r naught of 1 minus 1 by n. So to calculate this total energy, we need to calculate potential energy due to repulsion force, potential energy due to attraction force. After that, we have to calculate B value individually like this and substitute B value in this equation, right? You will get the total potential energy as equation number 10. Tomorrow I will continue this topic. Until then, bye bye.